Dr. Banaji will be with me at the end of the show to answer your questions, so keep them coming. You heard Dr. Banaji talk about the impact of bias on our communities. For people directly affected by acts of implicit or explicit bias, the impact can be devastating. We talked to 3 people who've experienced this kind of trauma. What you're about to see is what happened to them. And we caution you that some of the language is offensive.
When you come in as a foreigner and you don't even speak the language, you're not seen as part of your community. You know, most countries, they all speak the same language and they all look the same. But in America, you have to feel like you belong.
I've existed in spaces where my other privileges have kept me safe. I have academic and some, financial privilege that has bolstered my experience as an African-American woman. There's a lot to unpack as far as how we as a country acknowledge that racism still exists and that it's a problem worth fixing.
So I'm a husband, a father of 3 beautiful girls. As soon as she called us nigger, in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, I'm literally seeing something that I've been studying my whole life.
What's your problem? Let's say it again.
I don't really have too many avenues to take to receive some type of fairness or to call somebody over and think they'll actually help me out. So my equalizer in that instance was my phone.
You're acting like a nigger, bro.
I was walking to my partner's apartment from Grand Central Station. I had on a Black Lives Matter shirt. I still don't know if that contributed to the incident at all.
Obama's dick right next to his ape wife. Barack Obama's ape wife. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Nigger ape, you nigger apes.
When most people see that 2-minute video, what they do is they place themselves in my shoes, but from their life experience.
Hi, I'm asking you if this is your property.
Why are you asking?
Because it's private property.
Because it's private property, sir.
So, are you defacing private property, or is this your building? You're free to express your opinions, but not on people's property.
Okay.
Absolutely.
But if I did live here and it was my property, this would be absolutely fine.
Totally.
And you don't know if I live here or if this is my property.
We actually do know. That's why we're asking.
Oh, really? Because you live here, right? You said so.
Because we know the person who does live here.
So the people that are saying, well, if you had just answered her question and said, yes, I live here, and that would have been fine, and she would have walked away, those people are speaking mostly from white privilege.
This wasn't just something that happened to a guy who had a blue collar or white collar job. This happened to somebody whose actual life's mission up until that point was already focusing on using Black history to help kids, especially kids that look like him.
The word that she used that stood out to me more than anything was the word ape. I've never gotten that before. I have certainly been called the N-word before in my past, but I've never been compared to an animal like that.
You do not have to answer people when they presume to have authority or power over you. You don't have to give that up. You don't have to give it away. We're a better country because of our differences and because of our variety, because of all the beautiful different things we bring to the table, that we're not all the same.
The message I would have for America right now is to truly understand that when you see a hate crime, you're seeing something that is trivial in comparison to the racism we deal with on a regular basis. It's not trivial in itself, but it's the iceberg, and you can't see the whole glacier unless you look under the water.
We have to get to the point where accusing someone of criminal behavior just because they're not of your skin color is horrific, is unacceptable, is un-American.